Beats.
The Cabbage Face Bricks live stream.
Always like that squish at the end.
I never get to see it because for some reason my computer does not want to show that bit.
I want to know who's Martin chasing as well in the middle of that as well. It's a little bit desperate for someone there.
He's after some ladies in red by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Right. This week we're joined by two people from Warbricks over in America, Will and Daniel. We'll be having a chat with those guys kind of as it progresses, but we'll say hello to a few people in the chat. It's week. I keep saying week. Month 9 we're into now. I can't believe we've made it that far. So, and it always comes around really quickly, doesn't it? So,
Yeah.
Crazy quick. Okay, say hello to a few people in the chat. We have, if I pronounce anyone's names wrong, I apologise straight away. So, C. Johnson, that was not too bad. Brick Stage Pass. We got Stanislaw Walter. That one I'm not going to try, but hello. Fooling with bricks.
Yeah, you bugged that one up.
The Bricketeer. I can hear a dog getting told off in the background. Can you hear that?
No.
Is that the older dog or the pup?
It's actually the older dog.
I thought so.
I might have to go and sort this out. 2 seconds.
So we just sit here in stunned silence now, shall we?
Break them up.
Right, I'm back. They're fighting over a sock. Sorry. I know. As you do. The dogs are, yeah. We've got Chomik. How are we doing? And then we got Gregor here. So that dog fight has been sorted out. Very apt for the show. How is everyone doing anyway? Let's go around and see how everyone's doing. How have you been, Darren? How's the baby and all that?
Yeah, he's here, and the neighborhood knows that he's here now as well because he has formed a good pair of lungs on himself already. So but it's all good though. It's all good. Just another couple more months before he actually sleeps through the night. That'd be great. But no, it's all good. It's all good. And my daughter's obviously more happier than probably what most people are. So yeah, it's good time.
That's good. That's good. How are you doing, Stu? You're glad you could make it. You were worried you couldn't, so I'm glad you're here.
Yes. Done sod all apart from Christmassy stuff. So yeah, lighting up stuff and whatnot. Sounds like the dogs are having another fight again.
Yeah, it's starting again. Yeah, we're ignore it. And how are you, Martin?
Yeah, I'm good. I haven't really done a lot. It's been a bit busy at work. That time of year where everyone screams and wants you at their property. Right.
I'm assuming that's for your job, right? Not just in general.
Yeah, not just. They don't want me there. That'd be nice,
Up with the property randomly.
And Will and Daniel, how are you both? How's America?
Good. Right?
It's good. Yeah. We're happy to be here. We appreciate you guys having us on. This is going to be exciting.
Yeah, not a problem at all. I don't know what the time is there. Is it afternoon?
12:30. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 12:34. So we're ahead of ways. Just after lunch.
Nothing happens between 12 and 7 because that's what time it is now. So just to let you know.
There's nothing interesting happens in the next 7 hours.
Right, should we get into some new sets? Let's get into some new sets. I've got to remember how to do this as well. I'm going to share the screen because I was really rushed today and ill prepared as usual. It's not like me, is it?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Can't do any of that professionalism stuff here. That's ridiculous.
What's it called? Winging it, isn't it? Right, can we all see that tank? We see that tank?
We see a tank.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Right, so this is the M1A2 Abrams. We may have covered these a month ago, but we'll do these. Have got the release date, so the 7th of December for this one. So that's not too far away now, is it? That's tomorrow. This is out tomorrow. I quite like the look of this. It's a 1:35 scale, which is controversial in itself. What do you guys think?
Well, mind you, the old one that they done that was a 135 scale, though, wasn't it?
I think the modern
original
tanks should get away with it a bit more, don't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Because they're pretty big, aren't they, compared to a
yeah. They are pretty big.
Sherman or whatever.
But the thing is, though, it looks weird though having a 135 scale against a Sherman, though. You know, I mean, I know that they're still big, but like the Sherman, if you get it the bigger size up, it kind of dwarfs it.
Yeah,
literally.
yeah, totally. This has got kind of a bit more detail compared to the old one as well. I think it's got more engine. You can remove the back end of it, and it's got a bit more engine detail on it. I quite liked the old one. I thought it was quite a nice build. It's a nice display piece, to be honest. Pretty cool. And then next, we're not a Lancaster. Sorry, Stu, I said it before you did.
We're almost there. It's the wooden version. It's a wooden version.
Isn't the Lancaster made from wood, though, isn't it?
Well, they're pretty much made out of the same bloody thingy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mosquito, Spitfire, and Lancaster are pretty much, fighter, light bomber, and bomber.
Spitfire's made from metal.
Yeah, I know, but they've all got the same engine in them.
Yeah, the old Merlin. I might pick this one up actually. So this is out again tomorrow or the next day, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, 8th.
Yeah, it's looking pretty cool, that one, to be fair.
I like that I've actually managed to make the wings more curvier this time. When the old ones I'm looking at now is a bit more blockier. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have this one. I like the colour scheme.
What do you guys at Warbricks prefer, the historical or the modern?
Historical.
Yeah, historical's really cool. We like modern stuff, but it's in 148, which I don't know. Maybe if they were a little larger, more detail, we'd be into the modern a little bit more. The F-16 was outstanding, right?
Yeah,
That was a good one. The Delta version, yeah.
I'm not sure I built that one yet. Can't keep up with all these sets. And then we have a Cromwell. This is in the everyone's favourite scale. So this is quite an interesting little tank, to be fair. I think this is the Polish version, if we remember correctly, from last time. I'll probably pick this up because I like my historical tanks. What do you guys think of this little nugget? I don't know why I said that.
Nugget.
Yeah, now I've got the Churchill. Definitely got to pick this one up. It's going to go beautifully alongside that.
Yeah. It's a cool little tank.
Yeah.
And that's the guy, General Stanislaw Maxek. Probably butchered that, to be fair. And then we have a different version of the Abrams. I mean, this is the Polish version. I might get this because then I've got both. It's quite nice, the camo on this one. I think we said that last time. It will go all right with the next one, won't it?
I like that one. I like the camo logo.
Yeah, it's really cool. I especially like it when they kind of match the printing across tiles and stuff. It's quite clever, to be fair.
Yeah, 2-in-1 with the US version would be awesome with that too.
Yeah, that's the truth, because they could do that, couldn't they?
Yeah.
I suppose you've got to just change a couple of the tiles out to get rid of that mermaid thing, whatever it is on the front. Anyway, Belfast, you've got this original, haven't you, Sole?
Yeah, I've got the original one. Yeah. I think, judge what, because I've been looking at it really carefully because I'm going to get it anyway. But I think the only thing I can see is the bridge is just a little bit different on it. I think that's, and maybe a little bit more detail along the back there. But I think that's about it. Other than that, it's exactly the same. Still cool.
How do these sell? Just out of interest, I know. Do they sell well? These at Warbricks, these battleships?
Yeah, you can tell.
The ships do sell pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah. We really like the ships too. Like they move really well and they're super great displays. Obviously, collectors are who are buying most of this stuff. Guys our age and everything.
Yeah.
And it's definitely one of our big priorities. So.
Yeah, I mean, you need a lot of space for them. Because I've only got the Eugen, but I'd like to get more. But it's space; they take up a lot of space. You know.
We have a shelf that's covered in them.
Show off.
Yeah, we'll have a little look at that in a mo. Very nice. Okay, and we have the little Dinky Stewart, which is
Me.
Company of Heroes set. We've got Stu. Wouldn't it be cool if it had a flag saying "Where's the Lancaster"? That'd be
It
cool.
should do. Where's my Lancaster?
I quite like this, to be honest.
Just
They do go better. I know people have this debate, but they do go better with the minifigures to 1 to 35. They look better, but the detail's not there. It's kind of a difficult thing to sort, isn't it? Good luck, Cobi. Yep. And then we got some back in stock stuff. A Barkus Krankenwagen. Yep.
Krankenwagen. Yeah,
Krankenwagen.
love that name.
Krankenwagen.
That's German for ambulance, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Mhm.
Cool. Quick skip that one. And then we got this STKFZ 91 Famo, which is the first I think it's the first recovery vehicle they've done. I might be wrong on that, but I think it might be. It looks pretty cool.
Does look nice. I wonder if it could actually pick up a real one. I wonder if you'd actually be able to hitch it on to like a Panzer One and lift it.
I don't think the crane looks quite big enough, does it? Though.
No, it doesn't, does it?
No.
But they can
And also-
actually winch. Does that winch back?
I'm assuming so. It's got kind of like a little coggy type thing going on there, isn't it? And some strings and stuff. I bet that's really fiddly to sort out.
Yeah, I was about to say that looks really fiddly.
There are a couple 1/28 scale that have the power packs that are removable. I think the Tiger 2, the King Tiger, right?
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
This one can't reach up to the engine bay to do that because it's 1/35.
That's true. That's a bit of a weird. Also, I thought the minifig was a skeleton to start off with. Don't know why. He does look like Ghost Rider, doesn't he? Then we got another Barkus. I don't know. Do these sell well in the US? These little cars.
No, because our police and ambulance vehicles don't go beat-a, you know. So I'm sorry. No, they don't. We've added the Maserati and things like that, and they just haven't moved. So, yeah. Military ambulances too.
Yeah, and I mean, I suppose the prime skill that you guys probably, I mean, even I don't know what a Barkus is. And I'm in Europe. I've never seen that vehicle on my. It's a cold. I'm assuming it's like, well, after World War II Cold War era. I suppose it must be.
It's a Soviet built car.
Is it?
So, yeah, they obviously when the Soviets clapped, they went with it effectively.
That's a shame. It's a beautiful looking van. Sorry. Then we have a back in stock the Spitfire. So if you didn't get that the first round, it's back in stock, so you can pick up your little Spitfire. We all need one of them. Very cool.
We've had those in stock, right? Still, yeah.
And now we're into the newer ones, the January ones. So the first up, January 10th, we've got the A10 Thunderbolt 2 Warthog.
I love that black. I love that black color.
This camo's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
The little kind of snake face and stuff. It's pretty sick, to be fair. And I'm interested to see how it compares to the old one. Because I've got that somewhere. I'm assuming the wings fold up as well, because I think they've got the same kind of, looks like it's got the same configuration. Kind of in the a quarter away up. It looks like it folds there. So that'll be cool.
The same camo.
I think it's got a few more, not a lot more, about 10 or 15 more. But whether that's in the stand or it could be in the minifig's boots, to be fair, because there's 2 extra pieces, which we'll see in a minute.
A lot of difference in that.
No, other than the camo,
yeah,
I'm not seeing what the differences are, but I think this is better than the original. I love the colors of it. It's really, really cool.
And there's another version of that they could have done as well, and hopefully they will, because there's an air show version that flies around the country, and it's in green, kind of harkening back to World War II, and it has the invasion stripes, kind of like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed they didn't do that one, but it's a real aircraft, and it looks like it's kind of a demonstration of the squadron leader's aircraft or whatever. So it's pretty cool, but that other one would be epic as well.
I think there's a digital camo one as well. You know, the digi camo stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Mm.
maybe.
Yeah. I'm not sure what. That's pretty. That'd be quite difficult to do in this, to be fair. But I've seen a picture of one of those. Someone said it needs more bombs and missiles. Yep, probably, but
Totally agree. Yeah.
be a bit overkill. Probably. I don't know if they fit them all on there, would they?
Didn't get the Digi.
Some bombs you build
that-
too.
You know,
Sorry,
like Digi camo. Is that for when like they're looking at it through the screens and they've not got good Wi-Fi, so it does actually blend in when they're trying to fight it?
Exactly that. Yeah. We're also going to have back in stock a Mr. Smith, which is quite nice. I've not got one, so I'll be grabbing one of those because it's a cool little plane. I don't know if you guys have got that. I think a few of you haven't you? I think you should have got that.
I've got it in its box, but I've already got a BF-109 already built, but the older version, so I don't know what to do with that.
I do think this one looks a little bit prettier.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
think the
little
newer
bit more-
versions do, like the Spitfire Hurricane and the Spitfire.
It's a
they do
little
look-
bit more accurate as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1/32 scale, which is bigger than the last one, right?
Yep. The one was 1 to 36. Was it not? No.
These are a better scale and they're all consistent. So,
Okay. Next one. Random. Who called this a Boeing 737?
Dream
The
Line.
silence. The
I'll get
silence
one.
speaks volumes. You know?
I'll get one
January
for the watch.
12th. 340 pieces. So one, two.
I'm going to start sounding like Stu now, but where's the remake of the Concorde?
Yeah,
I don't
it'll
know.
come, I'm sure.
yeah.
Pad
Oh,
printed, right? Pad printed. That's huge. I think really with the airlines in the past, they were, back when Cobi was still focused on, kids and toys with stickers, and now, rightly so, they're going after the adult male, and we need display pieces with really good details. So
Yeah.
it looks better than before.
Yeah, I mean this looks pretty cool. To be fair, it looks more like a decal model of the thing, not
It
a
really
brick
does
built.
look like a good model.
Yeah, not like a brick build. 340 pieces. How much would this be? Probably what, $40-$50 would it, or a bit more?
That's a small one.
Around 40.
About 40.
It's
Yeah.
going to be in the 30s. We'll see. We haven't seen the price list on that yet. I really like the pad printing on the cockpit. It's so much better than having the old, kind of clear one.
Oh, the clear stickers are a nightmare, and
Yeah.
any company that does clear stickers, they're just horrible, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then we've got the 787, the Dreamliner. So,
Wow.
I spent ages flicking between these two, going, "What's the difference?" And it took me ages, and then I
It's
realised
the cockpit.
this is the huge one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one that you go to Florida in.
Yeah.
Buy one for
So-
the wife. She might
And it's a
appreciate
lot more pieces.
Once
Get that for the
we get a
wife.
Lancaster, I'll start asking for an A380. Shall we do
Oh, there we go.
that?
We've got to take Cobi, make a Lancaster now. Change the numbers.
Did you say you're getting this for the wife for Christmas?
No, I'll take the Mickey.
Oh, okay.
She likes the Dreamliners. They're quite nice. They show you all these pretty lights when you go in it, and then they turn them off. And you're like, thanks. I'll pay all this money to go on this airplane, and they turn the lights off.
I've never been on one. Even once in
They
America.
asked
I think
me.
We
They
have.
asked me.
To be fair, when I'm going in an airplane, I want it to just fly. I don't want pretty
Yeah.
lights to be the main, thing of it.
Takes your mind off the turbulence.
Look at all this effort we put into the twinkling lights. It doesn't fly, but
The interesting thing on these is you saw all the 787 propaganda and everything. How it's given the most comfortable aircraft, the lights, like you guys are talking. And I think we came back from Brazil, and I was all excited because we were going to fly on one. And then you find out that all that's optional, and your knees are actually up to your chin. And it was like the most uncomfortable flight I've ever been on, I think.
That was
Oh, wow.
But yeah,
We went
it's
premium. Right.
a cool looking airplane.
Premium's nice because you get on first, you get off first, you get loads of alcohol.
Well, you can see who owns the money here, can't you?
Yeah.
More seats.
Premium. Come on.
Oh,
I'm normally
I think
on
once
a
you go
pail
premium,
of
you
hell
only go
every time I get on those planes.
Here's a question for you. Does anyone here clap when the plane lands and cheers? If anyone says yes to that, I'm booting them out.
No one claps when I finish my job.
I know. Why do people clap when a plane lands? So,
Well, we got her alive. Well done. Yay.
I always remember a flight once, and we landed, and then the guy come over the pilot come over and was like, "Oh, thanks for the safe trip or whatever. And, well, by the way, it was flown by a guy who's done his first flight ever." So, oh, cool. Cheers for that.
The real question with these is this going to have a detailed interior like the last one? I say detailed.
I don't know. It's too small, is it not?
No, the last one, the whole side opened up, right?
No, that's the big one.
This is the big one, isn't it?
No, that's a small one.
Oh, this is the small one. Okay.
1 to 110.
Okay, so sorry, I was mixed up. Maybe we don't
No,
need
they
a
might.
big one again.
I
That was
don't
good.
think- yeah, it'd be a tough one to get a detail on that one. Then we got the HMC M8 Scott, which is again 1 to 35. Interesting kind of tank, this one, isn't it? Tank. I don't know what you class it as.
It's virtually a mortar tank.
It's a very tiny little thing, isn't it?
How smooth that looks.
It's a mortar.
Get
It's a
in and
mortar,
out,
yeah.
hit some damage and run. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I have to have a little look at that one. It's interesting.
So yeah,
Then we got the one that I think was the kind of worst kept secret. They showed them. I don't know why I've gone for the back of the box first, but why not? Is the Katyusha. Did I say that right?
Katusha.
sure.
Sure,
Katyusha.
sure. Okay.
what?
I thought it was like,
Spot on, perfect.
Katusha.
I'm going to get this one because I think
Yeah.
it's a ridiculously stupid van type rocket launcher thing. Pretty cool.
Very, very effective.
Yes, and it's also awesome if you get on Company Heroes too. You can cause loads of damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. There you go. You got. I don't know why they always make the Soviet soldiers look like they're completely depressed at everything.
They're
You
trying
notice-
to go for realism, and we have to be historically accurate with.
Yeah, they look really depressed, don't they? I mean,
The only thing I will say about that, the rockets are not right at all. They did not look like that at all.
No.
They look like A1. They look like A16 on that, not not the honking great big broomsticks that they had.
Why is it? The bloke with the glasses? He looks like one at Dad's army.
Don't panic.
No panic, Mr. Mannering. Don't panic. No panic.
Missing the vodka bottle too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's got a bit of sizing as well.
You could tell that he wants a Katusha, can't you? He's got like 4 pictures of the thing. Aaron, I think your mic's off.
I think his mic's gone.
Yeah,
It's gone funny.
it's gone funny. Yeah.
am I back now? Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, sorry. They were shouting in the background again. This one's caused a bit of a conundrum in the community. This set showed yesterday, I think it was, and it's just really caused a massive stink. The scale, 1 to 35.
As it was.
The look of it, I think it's this computer generated image. It just looks strange. I don't know why.
It does look very strange.
It looks too skinny, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I know
and
it's a
technically that's a
skinny
3-man tank as well, so that's way, way, way out of scale. Way out of scale.
Yeah, 3 guys
That's
getting it,
good.
haven't they?
That's going to look ridiculous. So I mean, that's,
Maybe it'll look different when they get a real.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
hoping when we get the actual brick built version.
Yeah, I think
It's
someone
only gotta be-
scaled the digital image just wrong. I think they've tried cramming it in and they've just failed a bit.
What do we reckon that is? About 8 wide?
yeah, it's
8
got
or
to be.
9
But,
wide?
The wheels look a bit odd as well. They're spraying out at the front like that.
I mean, the whole thing just looks all skinny. It just looks too skinny, too flimsy, and yeah, compared to what the real one looked like, is That doesn't.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
right.
nah.
It's got a lot of criticism, to be fair.
Mm.
And the minifigure looks like he's having a poo or something. I don't know what's going on there.
Bloody well, right so.
Does
He's
anybody
playing his
else
Xbox.
not like
He's got his
those
Xbox
tracks?
controller.
Sorry, say it again.
Does anybody else not like those mini tracks? As soon as I see a tank with those mini tracks, I'm just like, I'm
Yeah.
check
No, I
it.
don't like them.
They feel like they're going to break every time you clip one together, don't they?
And they don't roll well.
Yeah, they do not.
No, I agree with that because they're on the 1 to 48 a lot, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I struggle with
Mine
those.
has broken.
Oh,
Mine did break. Yeah. I mean, I could contact Cobi and get him to send me a new one, but
Yeah.
just glued it.
I'm interested to see the real life. I mean, what do you think about that? You guys at Warbricks, would you rather have the wait for them to show the model rather than do this, or are you happy that they do this kind of thing first?
I think it creates buzz, and even if people don't agree with it, you know, it spreads the word, and people can get their opinions. And I mean, the obvious thing here is like if they have a digital model of it, then now they have an opportunity to tweak some things and come out with the real version. So, and maybe take some feedback too. But
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be popular here. It looks like a cool tank. But yeah, I mean, we'll add it on the site here soon for U.S. customers.
Yeah.
For
I know
sure.
that you can get this in 1 to 28 from a while back, so it'll be quite a good
We
video.
missed that ship, I think,
compare.
before our time.
Then we have a
Solo's favourite.
Citroen
I'm
2
going to turn my mic off for any people who don't like my language.
I didn't hear it. Blue.
We have another one in blue. Lovely.
You haven't got one in, have you, Solo? Some of your sons.
Yeah, I bought one and then set it on fire. Ah, yeah, that's just how they should be. Yes.
Isn't
And
that
now
just
we've
by
got-
driving it?
It's cheaper than heating your house at the moment, anyway.
Well, that is very true. That is very true. Yeah.
A Skoda Kodiak Kodiak VRS.
I mean, they made the Octavia,
what?
so why not? I suppose.
The executive edition comes with a car seat, right?
Good point. Yeah, I can't see any seats in that thing. And then we've got a Karoq of something.
Yeah, I was going that way. Absolute cracker.
Yeah, these are interesting. These little Cobi cars. They're very. I think they sell well in Italy and other places, but I don't know how well they sell here in Poland. And people let us know in the chat if you've ever bought one of these.
I like it when they've done like the Maserati and the little Fiat Abarth and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
little cool ones, but like just standard production
Skodas.
cars is a bit dull.
Yeah, I kind of agree on that. I know Skodas are popular in Poland, aren't they? So I think it's a best-selling car over there. So
Yeah.
kind of makes sense. Then we have the F14A Tomcat re-edition. This has got 2 more pieces than the old one, which is 4, sorry, which is the boots on the guys who've got interchangeable boots. But it's
No way.
It's exactly the same as the old one. But to be fair, it's a freaking awesome set. And
Yeah, brilliant that one.
I would recommend it to anyone. It's one of my favourites.
It's a
And the
good
minifigs
seller in the
Minifigs
US.
are pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It was a cracking.
And I think they got another picture there of them waving.
Hello.
Hi. Did you enjoy the
All right,
movie?
I'm Cruise. I'm going to start running now.
So that
Breathe
is
around
pretty
it.
much so far what's coming up. So it's quite good stuff there, to be fair. We've had some comments in the chat, people a bit mixed on that tank. Some people saying it's the colour and things like that. So that's interesting. But
To me, I think that out of all of those you showed, that was definitely the worst one out of all of them. But I'm just hoping that's the render pictures that they put out.
I think we had it before on the Panzer recently. The render was not very good, and the real set was quite good, or the Panther, or something like that. But I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
Right, so now it's time to watch Raz's video. Sadly, it's his last video for us, but we always enjoy these. So let's go for it and see what he's got for us. This is Mock of the Month. Brace yourselves.
Enjoy.
Ah, winter. What a wonderful time of year, filled with laughter, joy, and childlike wonder. I hate winter. The roads become impassable sheets of ice, everyone wants to come and visit me, and it's just too goddamn cold outside. I know my friends on the other side of the pond enjoy wonderful weather year-round, and quite frankly, I'm jealous.
Oh, yes, just look at this British weather. Look how sunny it is. Have a look at that. Such clear, beautiful skies in Great Britain.
Hey people, Raz here. Cabbage, against his better judgment, has once again invited me onto the show to make yet another Mock of the Month video. So, sit back, grab some hot cocoa, and enjoy the show. Our first mock this month is the SIG 33B by Raleigh Bell. The Germans have a thing for rolling refrigerators, with the Sturm Tiger and Brumbar coming to mind, and I can't help but be captivated by this mock's strange design. Raleigh managed to capture the angles wonderfully, and I'm a huge fan of how he integrated the gun into the chassis. Up next, we have the AMX-30 by Alexandre Denis. By now, I think it's evident that I'm a huge fan of French tanks, and this little baguette launcher is no exception. This beast of a tank is built to beautiful 1/28 scale, and has an amazing amount of detailing. We're talking printed hatches, smoke launchers, tail lights, and even an onboard French chef. Lastly, we have a mock builder I've been trying to get on the program since the beginning. Oscar Postavik, one of the most prolific mock builders I've ever seen. His mock collection is almost as big as my own, and I'm very excited to finally be able to talk about his work. This month, he gave us the UAZ 469, a wonderful little Soviet vehicle that has been transformed into a Polish police car. He even included a little SWAT figurine, or as we call them in America, the Popo. All in all, I couldn't be more impressed. He even managed to include tiny little mud flaps in a teeny-tiny little spotlight. Anyways, that's our show. But before we go today, I have an announcement to make. Sadly, this will be my last Mock of the Month video for the time being. Personal affairs require me to refocus my energy and time to other endeavors. That being said, I'm really proud of what we were able to create and all the memories we made along the way. I've even taken it upon myself to make this little montage. Enjoy.
That was not a normal Raz video for you there, but it was very good. Kind of looking forward to the Black Hawk. That looks really good. How am I going to get that in there? I didn't realise the size of it until I saw the pictures of it today. Yeah, man. In you go. We've got the usual cast, but Martin sadly can't make it, so we've got his stand-in, which is a picture of him looking at a penis.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, sorry, my headphones are out of batteries, which is strange because they're on 100%. So.
But his headphones ran out of batteries and his camera went off.
Yeah.
Well, the trouble is, because I've had to plug it in, I can only get my head this far.
Oh. Anyone wants to donate me a shed, feel free. Because there's Lego and Cobi sets at stake here.
Incoming!
Anyways, thank you for watching. If you miss me, you can still find me over on my channel. Thanks again, guys, for all the fond memories. It's been a blast.
I think we may have lost Aaron for a
I
moment.
think we can unmute ourselves. Just unmute yourselves,
Yeah, just
guys,
manually
because he's
unmute
bugging
yourself.
off.
Try to get Kobe socks back off the dog.
Oh,
Well, I think we can all
Raz.
say that we are going to miss Raz. Yeah, his videos are absolutely quality and they are bloody hilarious. So thanks, Raz, for all your hard work for that. That was great. and normally at our own expense as well. So
Yes, definitely.
Did you get your shed?
yeah, I was going to get a bit worried now. Is that shed actually going to come through now?
Sorry about that, guys. How do you feel after that?
We felt left. We felt left to our own devices a little bit.
You were, sorry. I had a bit of a situation to sort out. That was a good video, and we're going to miss him, to be fair.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna have incongruent facial expressions because we were watching on a lag in the car crash. I think I was in shock, so it's not gonna go with the live stream.
those things, isn't it? Yeah, we watch it back later. We'll better show it to later. Right. So let's get into Warbricks and what you guys do. Kind of tell us a little bit about what you guys do. I know it's a open-ended question, but
Yeah, so for those of you guys that are watching that are in the United States, you know, we believe we're the premier place to get Cobi bricks and blocks in the United States, and we're up in Montana, and it's a small business. We started in 2020, March or something like that, I think.
No, it was February.
Yeah, so started, it was my wife who couldn't be here today. She's got a prior engagement, so Karini and the 3 kids, and they all kind of pooled their money together and got the business going, and started in a little office space, then in this basement we're in right now, and now it's in the entire garage. And I actually brought our M5 Stewart. This is the set that started it all right here. We got this. We won't say where we got it because it's the enemy, but we got that set, and we were like, wow, military Legos, this is awesome. And then every Christmas it was you know, Cobi sets. So got the business started, and they've just been working really hard. And you know, we got 3 kids: David 14, Daniel 13, and then Emily almost 11 here at the end of the month. And they work their butts off on this thing. They ship. I mean, sometimes we're 80 orders in a day. We got FedEx shippers and UPS guys coming to pick it up and drop it off, and it's a lot of work. But yeah, that's where it's at. We're in the US, and you know, one of the things I wanted to say too is, like, when Cobi announces that these sets are available, they're not available in the US yet. Usually about a month afterwards is when we'll get them. So,
oh right, okay. So
yeah,
that's when they're released in Poland by Cobi. That's the time they're released.
Yeah, and Europe usually gets it about the same time too, right?
Brick Tanks is usually about
They're generally pretty quick, aren't they?
a week
About
or so after.
2 or 3 weeks in it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's not too long anyway.
So I think that's when they get they ship them out that day to everyone, don't they? So
Yeah.
But we usually start our pre-orders about the same time. So because there's a lot of confusion, I just hate the fact that somebody would, you know, pay all that shipping from Cobi or, you know, another retailer overseas. You know, yeah, you do get it a little faster, but I mean, if you're willing to pay the shipping, that's great. But we, you know, we don't charge shipping over $50, so very few orders actually pay for shipping. So, and as soon as it gets in the US, we get them out. So we do a lot of the pre-orders. That's been a huge thing. I think we started that trend, which most people do now. But it's collectors, right? And they usually get the pre-orders, and then the sets will kind of languish there a little bit throughout the year.
Do you guys in the States as well? Do you do like bricks and pieces as well? Yeah, just assorted bricks and just random bricks and bits and bobs.
You mean the bags, the grab bags?
Yeah.
No, they don't
Or
offer
just,
those.
just individual parts, you know, that you could just order.
No, that's a little too
Cobi
tricky.
special.
Yeah, that's, you know, and we send everybody for the replacement parts to Cobi, which they take care of everybody. So, yeah.
it's quite expensive as well, because I think I was with talking to Craig Brickstage past about it, and we were looking at the difference between buying a Cobi plate as opposed to another brand plate, and it was actually cheaper to buy the other brand plate individually than from Cobi, which is quite interesting. Even though their sets are generally more cost effective, people see, but buying the individual plates and bricks was quite expensive through Cobi. So maybe that's something they don't produce in a massive volume, so you can buy them cheaper, if that makes sense. Behind you, you've got a pretty awesome collection, to be fair.
Yeah. It's a good little collection. Is there anything you guys would like to see?
I'm seeing the boats and ships on top, to be fair.
Oh,
So
really?
hey,
Okay, let's see if we can do that.
I like to be awkward.
Alrighty, here we go. See if we can do this without being awkward.
Sorry.
Let's see here. So we'll start over here with some of the newest ships that we started just recently.
Whoa.
We've got the Graf Zeppelin, right?
Yep.
That one's pretty good. And then we have the Missouri 4-in-1. Great set, really great set.
I'm on the graph set.
I'm on the Graf Zeppelin still. Oh, okay. Well, that's got a lag to it. Then we got the Nice Now.
Yep.
Nice enough.
Yep. And then the Hood. The new Stuka. The new Stuka. So.
They are looking so good.
All righty. So then we come with the PT 109.
What do you think of that one?
It hit a reef, I think. Yeah. The PT 109 is epic. It was that set that you get for Christmas that's detailed, and it was absolutely epic. And they need to do one of those once a year, I think, at least.
Yeah.
And I have a little bit of a rumor of what might be coming in the future, but I can't say. And if they do
people coming on this show and then teasing us with rumors and not telling
we
us.
have the Enterprise. I think we had the Warspite back there, right? I don't know. I can't see what this is doing. So if it's looking good or I need to go backwards.
That's fine.
You're doing good.
The Bismarck,
Nice.
Prince Eugene. I had a German friend named Eugene once. And Yamato, and then another Yamato without the stand. And then, oh my goodness, we have too many of these guys. The Missouri. And then the Tirpitz. The Tirpitz, epic set. Great job.
Yeah, the camo is great on that.
Yeah, so, yeah. And then we got these F-16s. We have some holiday cheer lights on, too, for you guys. So
Nice.
yeah, what do you do? And then here, everybody wants to see this, right? This is what everybody asked for.
Yeah.
You know? We love it.
Yeah, get that off the screen. Get it
Bring back
off.
Yeah.
memories.
I'll tell you, this is actually what everybody wants this year right now. The bunkers and the castle, the tower. So
Yeah, I'm
I think
indifferent
we
on
want
that
them all,
tower.
right?
I'm really indifferent on that tower.
yeah, so
Nice. I suppose that's the joy of getting all the sets. You can build some before you sell some.
well, that's what we're doing now. Is almost every set that comes in, we're building now.
Okay.
Because we're really working on our marketing images and getting unique images that here at this table we have lighting and everything and showing the detail the best we can. And the kids, that gives them a chance to build. And yeah, it's exciting, right?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. It's become a lot of work, guys. Starting your own business is a lot of work. And
How did you stumble upon Cobi? How did you find Cobi in the first instance?
We had the M5 Stewart from the retailer, which will not be named. The one that sells things for less than it costs us sometimes. But yeah, that's how we got started. And then kids were asking for Christmas and everything, the Yamato. I think you got the Yamato for Christmas. Birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
You vote for
That's a hell of a birthday present, that is. Wow.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, now it's like everything comes in. We got to build it and take
Test it
pictures and put it on the website, right?
You gotta test out the products.
Absolutely.
Never got the best job in the world, isn't he?
That is a pretty awesome job, to be fair. That's a good question. Any themes that sell better in the US? Planes, boats, tanks, jeeps?
Wow. So it's very interesting in the United States. Our core customer are collectors, guys our age, right? And that's
18.
kind of it's a focus change, I believe, that Cobi had. Maybe I've misunderstood, but over the last year or two, it's really changed to focus on that. And before it was very toyish, right?
Yeah.
And so during the majority of the year, we're selling ships, tanks, collector type pre-orders, all these detailed sets. And then at Christmas time, it's moms and dads buying Christmas presents for their kids. And reverts to and then that's when we sell the older sets and things like that. So as far as popularity, right now it's hard to tell because everything is moving out the door because inventory is so low. So literally everything's going. But during the rest of the year, what would you say you ship most? Daniel's one of our primary shippers, so.
Ship most. Right now it's Tog 2s, but mostly ships.
Wow,
We have
okay.
a lot of Dog 2s, so
Yeah.
people are picking up, and the price is awesome on that. So,
Yeah.
ships.
Airplanes, and after
The Top Gun stuff was good too, right?
yeah, Top Gun. We saw a lot of Top Gun. So
Do you find it's the era, like more the historical stuff sells, or than the modern, or is it a good mix?
pretty. It's a mix. Yeah.
What's interesting is some customers are aviation customers,
Yeah.
and maybe if you're one of our U.S. aviation customers or anywhere in the world, go up on the comments and shout it out. Same with the ships. Like there are people that just build ships. Some people just build tanks, and some people just build aircraft. And we have so many awesome repeat customers and everything, but they're pretty much in their niches.
The four of us are like that, aren't we? Because Cabbage builds tanks mainly. Solo's
Yeah,
mainly
for tanks.
I'm mainly planes, and Martin's mainly cars. So yeah, we sort of do that as well, even within us four.
Yeah. So it's
I'm
really
only
hard
tanks and boats. I love my
fair
boats.
question.
Yeah, I prefer the tanks, and I know Solo does as well. But it's say the boats just take up a bit too much space, and that's what I'm lacking.
They do, but I also find because obviously they're slim, yeah, they're long, but you can just wedge them in more compactly. Despite I've got 4 battleships built and I've only got 1 on display. We won't talk about what happened to that one.
You know what would be epic with the ships too is if Cobi offered a display case that could go with them.
Yes,
It's a great upsell. Your executive edition could have a display case, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I'm thinking of that because we have all these ships, and there are going to be more coming. We're running out of room, but they're almost like museum pieces. So, what if people are running out of room with these ships? If we could do a display case or something, then they could go to old folks' homes or something and be on display and be swapped out every month or something, and maybe bring some joy to other people.
That's true.
So we're trying to find out what to do with them that would be helpful to other people and maybe share history and everything.
Yeah, it's a very important part of it all, sharing the history. Opinions on 1-48 tanks. I mean, I like them because they're easy to display, don't take up much space. They're easy to build. They're quite cool. I quite like them. What about you guys? Cheap. Yeah, it's another bonus. Isn't it? The little tanks, tiny tanks.
The tracks don't roll well on them, so they're not terribly playable.
No.
Some work better than others. They're cool, right? They're fun if you're in the mood for a quick build.
Yeah.
And it's definitely, definitely recommend people purchase those to try out the quality.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all grew, I don't know about you guys over the pond there, but like we all here in the US, we grew up with the only opposite thing was mega blocks, and they weren't good quality. So then culturally, we've got this aversion to anything that's not purely Lego.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's changed now. I guess we could look at the yellow color of Cobi sets. Their yellow's still off. Maybe it looks kind of brings you back to mega blocks, but now the quality's so good with these things that it's just about showing people that you can buy a Cobi set and be just as happy as with a Lego set.
Yeah, and they do something that we said before. Lego won't ever do military stuff. So Cobi's got that little. But there are a few other companies sniffing at the heels. I know there's a Chinese company that's quite doing some interesting sets. I've bought a couple. The quality was questionable on one and a little bit better on the other. So whether they're trying to improve a little bit, but
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, competition's always a good thing, isn't it, for everyone?
Absolutely.
Well, it drives down prices as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to have to. Some of the prices things are going up to at the moment. Bloody hell.
It's getting mental. It's going mental at the moment. Especially
Yeah, it's
Lego,
crazy
like,
expensive, isn't it?
It's crazy.
But I do wonder if this is why there's a bit of a switch to 1 to 35, because they can charge the same price for a 1 to 28 and have less pieces, possibly.
Yeah,
Or
we
is that
got
a
to
bit
give
mean?
Cobi credit on one thing is they didn't raise the prices on their existing models, and that might have caused some confusion. But at the same time, we give them credit for that. So, like, if you want to go get a set that's about to be, discontinued or something, you're going to pay the original price on that. But a new set coming in is going to bring in that inflation.
Yeah.
So I thought the same thing with the 135th, but I mean, they could have inflated the prices on everything across the board, and they didn't do that. So
it's the way it should be done, though, isn't it? It's they've done it the right way, definitely. That.
Yeah.
I do wonder if I'd get an increase in the new year. Be interesting to see.
I think there's got to be. I think there has to be, to be honest. Yeah. As much as it pains me to say, I don't think they're going to have a lot of choice because everything's just going through the roof at the moment, isn't it? So,
yeah.
Especially obviously where they are as well.
To, like you say, do it on an existing product that's already made, already been been through the design process and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it that the new sets coming out more expensive, but when you're going back raising the price on the older sets, it's like, well, you've already got them printed, they're built, the bricks are there, the instructions are done. That's where I have the issue.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm still going to complain that obviously the sets are getting more expensive. We all will, but that's just the nature of the beast at the moment.
The trend, what a lot of people that aren't involved in manufacturing, and through one of my other businesses, we've manufactured and created what are called molds. So when you take and you guys might know this, but maybe some people watching don't. So you take this little canopy from the BF-109. This has to be machined from solid aluminum, the mold for this. And so the cost of doing that is obscene, absolutely obscene. It takes hours and hours and hours to machine that. And then it has to be tested and the mold thrown out if it's not ready. So a lot of these new sets are very detailed and they're requiring new molds, new parts, and like everything else with inflation, the cost of machining and making these parts is very expensive and going up.
But do you think that Cobi can kind of like step back from making new parts and use existing parts? Because I know obviously they're pretty famous for making new parts to make it work. But do you think they can just maybe slow down on making existing parts and
do we want them to
use what they've got? Because they've got a huge inventory. Let's face it, they've got a massive inventory of parts that they can use.
But we're looking at 1/32nd scale aircraft and another new set coming that I don't know if it was featured is the Corsair. So
no, I didn't show that. Sorry, yeah.
Epic set. It looks great. It's going to be a lot bigger, and the propeller is a new part that's been machine molded, or injection molded, I should say, and it's to scale. It's proper. It's not a little spindly thing that because it's collectors now. It's adult collectors, so we're going for detail. We're competing with the model, plastic airfix market at this point now. So detail. So
and it's got
them to not do it.
It's got a very good minifigure in that because there's a film coming out, isn't there? That's I can't think of the name of the film, but it's coming out based on a Corsair and all that kind of stuff. Another question: how many sets do you guys get per shipment? If you can answer that one, don't know if you can. But
well,
is there a limit, or do you have to
per shipment? I guess we're around 50 plus per shipment, if not around 100.
Yeah.
Wow.
We usually cover about 4 pallets. I don't know if you're familiar with pallet sizes. We usually think in terms of dollar amount per order versus sets, but it's continually growing. I mean, I think one of the last shipments we had was like 80 boxes, and it was taller than I was. And
wow.
So obviously the demand is going through the roof right now. Everybody's run a little bit ragged. And our U.S. customers know that we try to respond to all the text chat questions. People want to change their order, and all those things that big companies just fail at. And we're trying to do the best we can. So even, Daniel will admit we get the wrong sets put in the wrong boxes sometimes. And it's just because we're going so fast and the errors get made. But I think overall, we keep those errors really low and we try to solve all the customer questions and problems really fast,
And I assume you ship statewide, countrywide.
Yep. Yeah, we didn't, because of my prior job, we didn't do any exporting. So, and we've been so busy this fall that we haven't picked it up. Obviously, people in Canada, there's a place you can get them in Canada, a guy that sells them. It's not coming to mind. I'd love to give him a plug right now. And then, just internationally, we haven't really gone. There's a lot of things people don't realize that the import fees are going to hammer them when it's coming through. And it just became, a little bit too much for us.
Yeah.
We want happy customers. And when somebody doesn't realize that they're going to get hit with a surprise charge when it goes across the border, it's not really a good situation. And it creates, a little extra tension there. So,
shipping from America kind of back to where it's come from is going to be not the most cost-effective way to do it, is it?
Yeah.
It's bad enough just buying from Europe at the moment, isn't it?
Oh, buying from Cobi is so expensive for us.
The thing is, though, it's almost like when Brexit happened. Like the world shut its frigging doors to all imports and exports, isn't it? All of a sudden.
Yes.
I will say this: there are companies that ship to the United States, and we're looking at those situations and asking ourselves, okay, if they're going to ship to our market, then do we need to do the same?
Yeah,
and
Cobi
does that. Cobi ships right now. If they're announcing products, you can buy it and have it shipped to the United States. And we have brick tanks in the UK as well. So those are all things we're considering, and we're asking ourselves, okay, if we do that, our customer's going to be happy. First of all, can we do it better? And is it necessary, or do we call a truce and say, hey, we won't do this? But those are things that we're, internally discussing and trying to figure out.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I can't see how it's worthwhile for some of the companies, especially UK and Europe based, to ship to one. Say if someone buys like 2 sets, I don't see how that's.
Yeah, but the customer,
viable,
it's really about whether it's worthwhile for the customer and whether it's right for the customer. I can't tell you how many times we have customers ask us, like, we had no idea we could buy them in the US. We've been buying them in the UK or from Cobi, and so really we want what's best for the customer, right? And I think everybody does. So that's where that.
Here's a good question. How do you guys deal with dust buildup on your sets? I mean,
We don't deal with it really. We just
Who deals with dust buildup?
we just leave it there.
This Zero has got some dust on it. So
That's
the
just,
answer is we haven't dealt with it.
Yeah, we haven't done it.
It's called extensive camouflage.
character.
Yeah, character camouflage.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have them behind a glass shelf, or screen, but it takes up a lot of space again. You only get a couple of sets on those glass ones, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I got one of those little hoovers. They're quite good.
Oh, a little vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, they're quite good actually.
Oh,
Yeah, but what happens when the little grease gun goes up in it,
yeah, or a brick.
Yeah.
Right. It's got a little catch thing, so it's got like a separate little clear thing.
Just get a little USB one like that.
Yeah.
And it just goes in there, and then you just pull it out. Done.
Mine's like a hairdryer though. It's got a holdable handle. They're really good.
That just looks like too much work, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise you dust with a brush and it flips everywhere, and then you.
I should have put you on big screen there, ready? Can we put you back on big screen? Show us again. Sorry.
That's so bloody hell.
It's so much effort. Oh.
I think and open.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Yeah, no, it's not
Do it again. Do it again. Show us again. Again. Now open it. Come on.
There. Done. Look, you just take the thing out and it's done. Take me off the bloody main screen now.
So I had an itch. I
Mine's
missed it.
done.
So can you show us again?
Hey, I missed that. Can you show me again? No, I'm just kidding.
That's my one. It's like a little gun, and then you got a little attachment on it.
Silence.
We can see what Martin does when he goes cleans this. Hey, I'm Martin.
Noisy.
This is like a really bad QVC, isn't it?
We're too busy shipping orders. We don't have time.
I got to ask you guys: if Cobi ever went to do sci-fi, what sci-fi would you want them to go down to? What sci-fi show, film, anything like that? What would you want them to see do?
Well, the problem with that is if we say it, then they're not going to do it because it wasn't their idea, right? Or am I off there? Because I've got some really good ideas, which I've forwarded in the hopes that they've been done. But like, I don't know. Seeing you asked, we got to say it. Like maybe Battlestar Galactica. Star Wars.
Oh, the man after my own heart. Man after my own heart.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Would you go for the new? Would you go for the new era? Or would you go for the older era?
Oof. It's been a long time since I watched it, but I remember that it was a really good series.
Oh, fantastic series.
And that's, I mean, the whole civilian thing is a big up and coming topic too. The whole scare after the drama with the staff car or whatever, wanted to do some civilian sets. So I think people really need to start thinking about what civilian sets they'd like to have, right? And making it known.
I heard they were. Well, there was rumours a few months ago they were thinking about bringing back Action Town, weren't they, or doing a city line, which was rumoured on a few people on Instagram and stuff. But I've not really seen much more of that. So whether that's true, I don't know. I mean,
probably getting the feelers out there to see how people react to it. And if nobody actually reacted and nobody actually said anything, think they're not that interested.
They don't need to, do they?
Wouldn't you guys? I talked to a customer. So when customers call, I like to talk to them and get to know our customers and stuff if I'm talking to them or whoever's answering. And I usually ask some of these questions, like, what would you guys like to see? And a customer mentioned that having heavy equipment would be really great, And the problem is when you bring up Action Town was from the era of the toy store. So if they could bring it back and have it be more detailed and compared to what Technic or whatever, maybe not Technic, but detailed, so that a guy would want to buy it and display it, then maybe it'd be successful. But right now,
so you're talking more like down the road of like modular buildings and all that kind of stuff. Then
I'd quite like to see him do some modular stuff. Maybe even go more like bunkers. They could do more military buildings, which would be quite cool.
Yeah, or medieval. What about
they
about
had
a
medieval
movie?
line, didn't they?
What about licensing a movie?
Yeah, I know someone did say about on their
Vikings
Facebook
and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, someone said on
Vikings would be
Facebook about
amazing.
when are we getting World of Tank stuff back, and they said we can't afford to do 2 licenses at once. So whether that
Company
happens,
Heroes.
because they've got Company of Heroes at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So whether they can do 2 at once, I don't know.
I think other licenses are coming up too, like the Corsair. I don't know if you guys noticed, it's licensed because the manufacturer owns the original license for that. So those are all things that are, Cobi's doing the right thing. You could go on a competitor that we won't mention and get all kinds of Chinese sets that aren't licensed, and they're doing all these things that people are, why doesn't Cobi do that? Well, because Cobi wants to do it legally, because Cobi's not some cheap knockoff brand.
Yeah,
Quality,
that's a good thing to be fair.
They just change their names, don't they? They get caught, they change their name and then do it under another name.
Yeah.
So to be fair, I mean, we normally keep this to about an hour, so I don't know if you guys are happy to kind of wrap it up, as it were. But it was
I've got a hell of a drive ahead of me tomorrow. I'm back up the bloody north again. Great.
Oh, go and see Stu.
Nothing wrong with up north, Solo.
It's all grey. It's all grey and cold and miserable. Not like down here where it's just grey, cold, and miserable. It's just less cold.
Yeah, so we normally do keep it to an hour. So sorry if that's too short, but it's late here and all that kind of stuff. But it's been great to be joined by you, Warbricks and Will and Daniel, and guys in America. If you're wanting to buy some Cobi, definitely check them guys out, because it's the best site to go to get your Cobi, in my opinion, in North America.
Yeah. thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
Not a problem at all, and we will definitely get you back on in the new year.
Absolutely.
So we
Sounds
can have a bit more of an in-depth chat, because we might have a little bit more time then, and all that kind of stuff. But thank you guys in the chat. It's been great having you here. I won't name everyone, because one, I can't say half the people's names, and two, I'm not a very good host. So let's wrap it up there. And thank you for everyone. Thank you, Warbricks, for being on. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Stu, for making it. And cheers, Solo, considering you've got a wee burn and it's tiring. Until next month, see you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Have a good Christmas.
Bye.
And have a good Christmas. Yeah, sorry, I forgot
Merry
that.
Christmas, happy Christmas, Merry
And,
Happy holidays and all that.
And a happy new year. We'll see you in 2023. I'm rubbish at this. What's going on?